Yes, we're back. King Midas Collects, Mythos Trading Post. Welcome back, guys. We have an exciting video for you today. I've been waiting for this stuff to come in. Can't wait to show you. We're going to get right into all the action. We have 3 huge boxes to just fit in all this stuff, so bear with me. It's going to be a lot of fun stuff. So, you ready? All right, let's do it. Before we get to those 3 boxes, one order came in. I wanted to show you some exclusives that I ran across. I don't know how I ran across these. A lot of times what happens is a particular book will come out. I'm cataloging it on Cover Price, and I noticed that there's certain variants from retailers, online retailers I've never heard of. I'm like, oh, well, I like those orders. I got to get those books. So the books in question was for this new Sabrina one-shot that came out from Archie Publications, right? Magic Unleashed, I think, and Josh Burns did a few covers. So I'm like, sure, I'll pick those up. So Sabrina Magic Unleashed 2025, Josh Burns, naughty and nice covers there. Which ones do you guys like more? Black or white? Choice is yours. And another one by David Diaz, I believe? As well as a little exclusive here of Sabrina. So, beautiful cover. Glad to have these exclusives. And they're all limited to like $250 or something like that, which is pretty cool. All right, let's get into some of these raws over here. You might be able to see all of them, so let me just move them over here so that they're out of view and you guys aren't necessarily looking and seeing them as a spoiler or anything. All right, so we're going to start off by saying there's going to be some Golden Age here, some Silver Age, some variants, some Zenescope variants. All these books, I would say outside of like 3 or 4 of them, are up for grabs for anyone. We're just showing them off. This is all for Mythos Trading Posts. So if there's something that fancies your interest, and let me know. We'll talk. Glad to move this to a better home. It was really cool to get this little chunk collection though, so it's really, really fun stuff. Let's get into it. G.I. Joe issue 13. I believe with this one it's volume 2 of G.I. Joe. So 10 center Golden Age. This is back when before way before the cartoon ever became a thing, right? It's 30 years prior. For some G.I. Joe comics. There is a nice little stamp right there, which is really nice. Like, look how great that stamp still looks, right? June 8th, 1952. That's insane. Insane. So this is about a 2.0. I can't remember. I think one staple is detached. Not staple, excuse me. Cover is detached from one staple, but it is complete. So, nice little Golden Age book to add. This is going to go really slow on these ones here. Next up, the Jetsons, issue number 6, I believe. Gold keys, very, very hard to figure out unless you open it up. Even when you open it up, you don't know which issue number it is. I believe it's issue number 6. So glad to have an early Jetsons 12 center. Of course, Gold Key at the time still had Golden Age size books. So that's about a 4.0 grade on that one. Next up is an Archie comic here, Super Duck. This is Super Duck issue number 93. Easy to learn dance steps, and his legs are all twisted up. Oh no! A fun little book there. Adventures of Super Duck. Next up, this one's a fun one. Really happy to have this. This is from 1950. Is it 4? Yeah, 1954. This is Katie Keene Annual, issue number 6. Nice to have a little giant-sized Katie Keene action in the collection. Let's see if we can see that. Katie Keene Annual All New Stories, 6th issue. Not too bad for 4.5. It's got a little bit of a split there, right, in her dress, but the book is intact, which is really nice. So 1954, guys. Katie Keene. Next up, this is a pretty cool book in my opinion. Really happy to have it. This is Barbie and Ken, issue number 2. This is the 2nd issue. Barbie and Ken. Isn't that incredible? Now it's got the a little bit of a B up there written on it, but pretty rare book to have. Just, I mean, the 2nd issue of Barbie and Ken. It's pretty incredible, in my opinion. 1962. Getting out of that era of comics, just to move it straight to like a couple years ago. This is from, oh, it doesn't say. I think it's from 2021, but this is Zenescope, 2022 Winter Zenbox collectible cover, limited to 200. This was for Grimm Fairy Tales, issue 59. It's a showcase variant. Zen Station, Grim Fantasy 7. Of course, one of my favorite games of all time, Final Fantasy 7. Anything that homages it, I will be picking up. In the listing, it said that there's another one that they had where it is an NSFW cover. She's still wearing her entire outfit, except one area of the outfit is showing. Not in this one though. So the listing said otherwise, so I was kind of disappointed that it wasn't the correct one. I actually prefer this one better. It looks a lot cleaner anyway, and you don't have to hide it from kids, right? But it did say it was the other one, so they really need to fix their descriptions, especially when people are trying to pick up certain books, right? Because you don't know. Even if you add the photo is like, oh, it's the wrong photo too. All right, next up, this one is pretty cool. I can't believe I found it. So it's really incredible. Now, I'm not going to open it up because I don't want it to just break apart everywhere. I feel like it will. And I'm also not sure the extent of a particular type of damage on the book, but I read it in the description, so I'll just show you guys. This is Son of Sinbad from 1950, issue number 1. There is only one issue of this. Damsel in distress on the cover. She is wrapped in chains here on her hand, so it is a bondage cover. Now, this is considered a 1.0. They said that there was some molding in it. The cover is detached, but it is there, which is fantastic. Glad to have the cover. No missing pages. I just don't know the extent of the mold damage in the book itself. And what that means, per se. So, but I mean, by looking at it, though, the colors are still very vibrant. It's just that, unfortunately, it is a detached book, right? So maybe one day I'll take some gloves and open it up. But it did come in the Mylar, which was kind of nice. Anyway, even in this condition, cover detached, like, it's just such a rare book that it commands a decent price for that grade. All right, next up, we have a Girls Romances, issue 101. So anytime we can pick up any kind of young romance books, they're just trending right now, so I seek them out. They're fun. We have a Funny Stuff issue 70, 10 center here, 1944, issue number 70. Susie Comics, issue 97, another Archie spin-off book. If you knew Susie like we know. Susie, I thought you were taking your cough medicine. I'm going to, Ferdy. The label on the bottle says, shake well before using. So she's doing jump rope. That's funny. 1945. I don't believe this particular issue came out in 1945. I think that's just when Susie comic started. So this is, it says it right there, 1954. There you go, 1954 for Susie. Which is same thing for that funny stuff. I think that was probably more into the 50s. Next up, True Bride to Be Romances, issue number 22. This is in a 2.0 grade here, according to the sticker on the back anyway. Fun one here in Crime and Justice, issue number 21 from 1951. Baffling crime case solved by fast-moving police action. Don't take out the driver. All right, here's a really, really cool one. I'm not going to open them up because they were already put into Mylar. But I did show somebody else. And, you know, he saw the signatures and thought they were pretty cool. We have some Green Lanterns here. It's really fun. Issue number 17. We have 17, which has this gnarly subscription cover right across the middle. We have 26, which is the second full appearance of Star Sapphire. Third, technically, if you want to talk about the Golden Age Star Sapphire. Issue 31. Issue 32. 35. And then 47. Now, like, all right, some Silver Age Green Lantern, cool. What's nothing we haven't seen before, right? Each one of these books, all 6 of them, on the interior splash page, signed by Gil Kane. Signed by Gil Kane, which is something you're not going to get anymore. Mr. Kane passed away in 2000, so having these signed by Gil Kane on a book that like skyrocketed him in the notoriety, you know, with Green Lantern, priceless. I thought it was really cool, and it came as a surprise to me too, as you should always with older books. Count your pages, check your staples, right? I didn't know. It wasn't listed in there as, hey, there's a signature in here, because most times, and I'm going to show you with another book, which is up next, Flash 124, a 10 center Flash. Nothing spectacular about this. This is like a 1.8 grade, really, really low grade Flash, but it is signed right on the front cover by Carmine Infantino. Carmine Infantino signed this book. That's incredible. And it's on the front cover, which is crazy for the time, right? Because as we just discussed, right, that's what I was getting at. 9 times out of 10, most people prefer the sign on the interior splash page of the book. So nowadays, people obviously want their signatures on the cover, which is fine. And naturally, if you don't see it on there, you would assume otherwise. Oh, there's nothing special about these books, which makes those Green Lanterns even more of a catch, because it wasn't annotated that there were signatures, a signature for that book. So great story. This one's for me. Been trying to hunt this down for a little while. Got it at an amazing price. Amazing Spider-Man 569, the variant Adi Gronoff. It's one of the best Venom covers that's ever been created. So wanted to add it to the collection. I did not have it. Ooh, now some more fun modern stuff here. This is limited to 50 copies of these. Of this particular book for a series called Jinkies. It's a Kickstarter, right? And we all know, if you're a Comics Elite fan, what type of book you're looking at, in the thousands upon thousands of variants that they do for these like crazy adult-oriented, you know, clothing-less stories that they do. But this one's really fun. It's video game related, right? So Lady Demetresu from Resident Evil Village. Obviously, I like these better than the Shikari books, where it is full nudity, right? And yeah, I understand the appeal of it, but there's something better, in my opinion, when it's just more provocative that way, in my opinion. So, but I digress. I don't want to go into that too much because you're going to like, Vaughn, what are you talking about? Oh, I cannot show you that book, NSFW, but I can show you this one. So it's a Ryan Kincaid book, by the way. Oh, Marvel, or Special Marvel Edition, issue number 16, the second full appearance of Shang-Chi. Glad to have this one. This is about a 6.0, 6.5 grade on that one. Second appearance of the Master of Kung Fu. Alright, move that aside here. And I think that does it for majority of the, well, was that all of them? Of the non-graded stuff, except for 3 things I'm going to show you here. Now these are really, really cool. It's a magazine from the 40s and 50s here called Eyeful, Gals, Gags, and Giggles. So it's all pin-up stuff, right? So Eyeful magazine, this is volume 1, issue number 6, A Whirl of Girls. Never heard of this. Didn't realize this was a thing. But apparently it was very, very popular. I think we all can make our assumptions as to why it was popular. But the one that I really liked, that I'm glad to have, apparently this says this is the 4th volume of it. This is issue number 1, Eyeful, Glorifying the American Girl. There you are. Let the cover speak for itself there. Incredible stuff. This one was 1947 or 1948, I believe. Now, this one, I didn't realize it was, I knew obviously it is a reprint, right? But I didn't know it was like magazine format. This is incredible. Now, it is in terrible shape. You will see that there is green tape on the side of the spine to keep this book intact. And in fact, not only is it taped up like that, but apparently, and I haven't opened it up yet, the last page is put back into the book because it came apart upside down, right? So if you to read the book, that last page, because of the way the tape is now, it's binded in there upside down, right side up. So what am I talking about? This is a German edition of a book from 1977. Marvel. Can y'all guess? Issue number 1, first appearance of many iconic characters. We're talking about Star Wars number 1, Krieg der Sterne. I definitely said that wrong. Someone correct me, who knows some German. Look at this tape on the side, man. But how fire is that? I don't care how damaged this is. You just don't find a foreign edition of things like this too often. So I had to have it. I absolutely had to have it. It says this came out in reprinted in 1978 there in Germany. Absolutely incredible. That's super cool, guys. Super cool. All right, couple more things here. Let's get into these slabs here, right? So some of these are just like things that were super cheap just to pick up, to just have some inventory onto the website, and at shows. So everything is negotiable in price and will be fair prices, right? So nothing crazy, but just some fun stuff. So first up, we're going to show you this amazing Spider-Man issue 599 and 9.4. But when you get slabs under, what was the 2 figures? Two figures. You don't pass it up. Next up. I thought I had it up against the leg, and I didn't. I guess I should take the plastic off. I don't have enough time to do that. But next up is a 9.4 Fire and Ice, Welcome to Smallville, issue number 1. This is a foil, David Nakayama. I took a look at this. Unless there's scratches on the foiling, I don't understand why it's a 9.4, because I'm going to show you a couple other books that are foil as well that aren't 9.4s. And they got the right grade, so I'm not really sure what's going on there. Next up is another 9.4 here. I have to use my hand to cover this up because it is a risque cover. This is Zombie Tramp issue 30, the risque variant. So I should really take this plastic off, but y'all know how the glare is on these slabs. So maybe I should look at the back of some of these too. Some of the exclusives have some cool stuff on the back. Not this one. 9.6 Monsters issue number 4. This is a really cool Dracula book. I looked at this one too. It looked pretty pristine until you look at the very bottom corner here. It's got a little bit of a crease in it, so I understand why this one got the 9.6. But still, 9.6 means it's extra affordable. Happy to give it a good home, especially if you're a Dracula collector. It's a fantastic looking cover. Next up, great Grant Morrison book for Image from 2013, Nameless. This is the second issue, 9.8 of the Ghost variant with the old CGC label from that time period. Probably tell you what year was graded if you look up the serial number. Now this was pretty cool. This was like a fan created Fiend Club newsletter, volume 2, issue number 2 from 1996 for Chaos Comics, cover by Stephen Hughes. So it's like an ash can newsletter here. Evil Ernie, Lady Death. You see Lady Death there on the bottom, Evil Ernie there on the top, all these other characters. And on the back, pretty cool looking Lady Death there by Hughes. Scottsdale, Arizona. Next up, here's another fun one for me. Jonah Hex 92. This is a final issue of the Jonah Hex series here. It's a 9.0, so older grade. I think looking at the book itself, it's probably 8.5 or 8.0 even. But they were generous at the time. I'm not sure. This is a newsstand edition of the final issue, though, in the 9.0. Hard book to find, just because it's the final issue. I love final issues. Amazing Spider-Man Annual 16. Very first appearance of Monica Rambeau in a 7.5. Obviously, a couple years ago, this was hot. Everyone kind of rips on Captain Marvel and Marvels and Photon, and you know it's dropped their stock significantly, but it is still a major first appearance of a great character, a black woman character. So happy to add this to the collection. 7.5, of course. We'll put a grade on it, see if it moves, go from there. Now, at the top of the video, I did tell you guys like all this stuff is for sale, right? But until it sells, it is part of my collection, right? I own these books. It's just a matter of putting them out there, seeing if anyone else wants to add them to their collections. And that is the fun part of the hobby for me. It's just to see what other people are interested in and how they curate what it is that they want in their homes. It's always fun for me. Next up, I like this cover here. Ghosts, issue number 35. Look at that cat, trying to warn her. She's trying to have a good time out there, but there's something weird happening out here now. So why did we pick up Ghosts, issue number 35, outside of this great cover of this redhead in a bikini, 8.0, off-white, the white pages? Because if you read up top, Mark Jewelers insert. So this is an early 1975 Mark Jewelers, DC, mind you. Most people, when they have Mark Jewelers, are like, oh, it's we have our Marvel Mark Jewelers keys, right? Bronze Age keys. All right, next up, Conan number 14 in a 6.5. First appearance of that guy there, Elric. early Conan. Love to see it. 6.5. There's a lot of Conan collectors out there. Good book. This one's pretty neat. This is Star Wars The High Republic, issue number 8. This is volume 3. Excuse me, phase 3. So I was thinking this was like, they homage this cover several times. This is an homage to the Clone Wars that they did a variant cover for, and then they also did a variant cover for High Republic volume 1, issue number 1 of this same thing. Now this one is a comic book exclusives edition in foil. So here we are. Just to catch up with where they are in the saga of High Republic. They're on their final volume now. Volume 4, to wrap up this 5-year story that they've been starting for High Republic, which is pretty cool. But this cover is pretty sick, so really happy to have that. Next up, this is super freaking cool too, and it really sucks that it's got to get the green label, but it's a sketch edition of a facsimile book, and somebody drew on it. And when you do that and you get it graded, you're going to get a qualified label, and it's going to say there's a sketch or there's writing or there's numbers on the cover, and it's going to get the dreaded green label. Now what we're looking at is Batman Detective Comics issue 140. Issue 140 is notable for being the first appearance of the Riddler. And we picked this up because look at this sketch. How cool is that? Now, should Edward Nygma be on here? Sure. But when somebody gets a blank cover, hey, you put whatever the hell you want on there. And that's pretty sick Batman. It's cool that it's in a 9/8, so if people like collecting sketch covers like that, absolutely add that bad boy to your collection. I think it's really, really cool. Next up is a series I've never heard of, Divinica. And what's interesting about this issue, I got 2 copies of issue number 6, doesn't seem to be like anywhere. It went 5 issues. So how is there a 6th issue? I'm assuming Kickstarter is a crazy thing and have all these random books that nobody seems to know exist. But this is a Don McTee cover. This is, it's the Gravity edition. But this, ladies and gentlemen, is a 9/9 for Divinica issue number 6. Pretty cool, not gonna lie. Now, what's interesting is taking a look at the book itself, I don't understand, This looks no different than 9.8 counterparts that I've already been showing you guys. It's the same thing. It's the same book. Same conditions. What keeps it as a 9/9? And you want to believe the experts, right? Because the experts are the one that puts the price tag on everything. So, hey, Divinica issue number 6, 9/9. Not to be outdone by Divinica 6, the Dark Days Corroded Canvas edition. Again by Don McTee in a 9/9. Another 9/9 Divinica book. Craziness. Are we done with the 9/9s though? No. We're not. No, we're not. Because we got one more 9/9 to show you guys. Thundercats issue number 1, the foil David Nakayama in a 9.9. Very fun. Very fun to have. 2 more slabs over here. Here's we're talking about that Zenescope stuff, guys. This is a Drax Gal cover, y'all. Grim Fairy Tales 2023 swimsuit special. Drax Gal, limited to, what was it? It doesn't say on here, but I think there's only like 150 copies of that. maybe even less. Next up, we have Uncanny X-Men issue number 12. This is a J. Scott Campbell special edition from his website. He actually did 3 of these. He did one of Rogue, Shauna, and Storm in the Savage Land. 9.8 exclusive J. Scott Campbell. Beautiful book. If you're a Campbell fan, hey, let me know. Let me know. Finally, we're going to finish it off on 3 magazine-sized CGC slabs. Man, these things are massive, y'all. We have a Love and Rockets, issue number 17, and an 8.5 from 1986. If y'all know Love and Rockets, it's probably one of the best indie books ever written, so I highly suggest checking it out. Really cool to see one of them, early issue, first print, mind you, of this issue, graded and at a pretty decent grade, because magazines, I mean, it's tougher. People didn't take care of magazines. People didn't take care of comic books. Honestly, when you get an older book that is a good grade, it's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. People didn't take care of this stuff. We just threw it around like toys, right? And that's what they were. They were for kids for the most part. So really, really cool. I was happy to pick it up. It was didn't seem like anyone was interested in it. So I was like, I'm happy to add that. I love Love and Rockets. Next up, there's some buzz about this not too long ago, and I saw the same for this. Nobody was really batting an eye over to it. So right here we have an 8.5 of Unknown Worlds of Science Fiction, issue number 1. And when y'all see the cover, y'all know what I'm talking about. Boom! Day of the Triffids. An 8.5. This is a heavy, heavy slab. Really, really cool to have this in the collection for sale. So we'll have these priced up and ready to go. Or you can hit me up whenever. And last but not least, got to show it off. You know I always pick up this stuff. This is a 9.0. It's got the old CGC Universal Grade labeling on it. This is from 1974 from Warren Publishing. Vampirella, issue number 36. 5 years into Vampirella, we have a San Julian, classic San Julian cover here. Vampirella in a 9.0. Again, these Vampirellas, all these magazines, super tough to find them in high grade. So stay out of this magazine. Fear the supernatural. For this is the dread world of Vampirella. Happy to have this. Very, very happy to have this. Y'all know me. I love my vampires. What'd y'all think? Was that fun or not? That was pretty cool. It was a little different there. I haven't shown off a ton of slabs like that in a very long time. So really excited to showcase that. And listen, like I said, this was a long video. Skim through it. There's a lot of good stuff. If you're interested in anything, let me know. These will be priced. They'll be at shows. They'll be listed on the website. The slabs, we're still trying to figure out how to list on there accordingly, but that'll be coming soon. So just ask for slabs if you're interested in checking out the website. Over at deepincollectibles.com, we're still trying to make sure to change over the domain name over to Mythos Trading Post. So we'll get that. We'll let you guys know shortly about that. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in the video. Let me end this. It's been a long one. Shout out to the partner, the homie, Charles. Appreciate you, man. And everyone else that checks out the website and buys from me personally. You guys rock. I couldn't do this without you. So I appreciate it. Anyway, we'll see you in the next one, guys. Thank you so much. You're bagging boredom.